Hi everyone, it's so nice to see you again. It's been a while, hey? I'm going to share with you the top 3 downloads that I got, which really changed my life and my outlook on everything. So the stories I'm sharing with you, I find that it's more relatable to everybody and it's something that everybody goes through. So I hope that you guys will find it useful in your life and let me know what you guys think. I don't get these all the time, but the ones I'm sharing with you, they're very visual and they're very powerful because I did this with others. Like we meditated in a group. And I find that when I meditate in a group, my visions get enhanced because there's just so much more energy. And when other people are doing it with you, it just amplifies everything and it's just so powerful. So the first one I want to share with you was back in February when we went to Whistler. What I saw was what happened when I died. It was such a weird experience. And then I saw that as I died, my soul or my consciousness left my body and started floating away from Earth. And as I started floating away from Earth, I looked down at Earth and I saw, oh my gosh, Earth was so beautiful. Like it came to me that Earth was a paradise. It had everything you can imagine and want. And I saw that Earth was designed to give humans the best experiences possible to raise our vibrational energy. Whatever we want, we can actually have, and Earth will provide it for us. And it was just so beautiful to see, and it was actually mind-blowing. And if you just take the time right now to think about everything we can have and enjoy, it's endless and it's just so amazing. So then as I started drifting away from Earth and seeing how magnificent Earth was, I actually went into another dimension. Yeah, I don't know how I knew, but in my mind, I knew. And when I entered this other dimension, I couldn't see it because my human mind couldn't comprehend this other place. But I saw that this other dimension, it was just like squiggly lines and just a bunch of energy everywhere. But it was where I was from. And it was also really beautiful and I loved it. And I can just feel that the energy was so different there. But I chose to leave it to come to Earth for a vacation because Earth is so beautiful. And I fell in love with Earth. So the other thing that I saw is other people who pass away. Not everybody goes to this other dimension. They actually hover on another plane on top of the Earth's surface and they get reincarnated over and over again, which is very interesting because as wonderful as Earth is, we do have more negative vibrations and accumulate more karma. And you're wondering, what energy is that? It's when we vibrate low, when we have feelings of fear. Fear was a huge one that I saw. Here, fear stops us from like all the good experiences that Earth has to offer. Fear, hate, jealousy, like all of that stuff, it causes a lot of bad karma to happen. And that's why a lot of people will hover above the Earth's plane and then just get reincarnated. And with every reincarnation, what they're trying to do is to gain more energy. So that way they can leave again. There are a lot of people who haven't been able to go back to that dimension in a long time because of the negative energy and the karma that they've accumulated here on Earth. So it showed me that because I am from this other dimension and I'm more closely linked to it, I guess, that's how I'm able to harness a lot of its energy, even here now. That's why I'm more prone to getting visions, and my attitude, my outlook on life is just so different than a lot of people close to me. It's because I guess I haven't developed a lot of karma yet that comes from being here on Earth. If you guys are wondering how to increase your vibrational energy and reduce your karma, definitely check out my video on Law of Attraction. It will explain a lot on how you could give back to people, raise your vibrational energy, and just be able to manifest more too. And then in June, my friend lent me a book called The Convoluted Universe. So in this book, the author can do like past life regression. And so she interviews a lot of people. And oh my gosh, it actually states exactly what I saw in a condenser form. Here, check it out. I took a photo of it. They explained the same thing that I saw how Earth was designed to be beautiful, like a paradise and perfect. When I read it, I took a screenshot of it because I wanted to show it to my friends, because this was the exact same vision I saw. And it was just so cool to see it written in a book and seen by other people. Like I couldn't believe it. It blew my mind because it's not every day that you have your visions validated, right? Like that's pretty cool. Okay, so the second cool download that I got that I want to share with you is that we all live in buckets of our own reality. I'm gonna use my own terminology to explain this because I don't know how else to explain it. What I saw is if we were, let's say, like an ostrich, you know how ostriches, they put their head like in the earth a lot. So and we all do this too as humans, we put our head basically into a bucket of our own reality. And that reality is what we see. That reality is everything you know, the people around you, your career, your life, your happiness, your sadness, your experiences. We all create our own reality, and everyone is in their own bucket. It's actually really cool. Even our problems was made by us, and it's our bucket of reality that we see. And so you see it and you live it. Everything seems so real to you, right? That you think you can't change it because that's your life. So you go on living it. So what I saw is that if we are somehow able to take our head out of our bucket of reality, that we can actually change our reality. Is that cool or what? So I actually use two things to help me understand my reality. I use numbers and time. They're actually created as tools for us to help lift our heads all up and see the reality that we're living in. So how do you use this? If in, let's say, a year's time frame, if you notice bad things are always constantly happening to you with certain people or whatever it is, what you need to know is that it's always you. You've created your own reality. And these people that have done this to you is because you've attracted it, because now you're expecting it from people. And if that is your reality, definitely do what they call a reality check. I'm thinking, is that where they came up with that? But definitely do a reality check and see if you're able to change your mind and look at your reality as if that's not you, that's just that reality that you created. Then if you can see it, and I find that if you're able to see it, it's much easier to change and be like, you know what, that was this reality, I'm gonna believe in a new reality, and pretty soon a new reality will be created for you. Realities are a crazy thing. It's so dynamic and it's so fluid and it's forever changing. Okay, so then how do you know if you've actually shifted your reality? How do you know your head is in this bucket of water or that bucket of water? Is when you look back at yourself, you can actually see that you're a different person. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but I've had so many reality shifts in this past year that I can look back at myself even 6 months ago and be like, holy, I don't even think like that anymore. My reality was completely different. So yeah, if you can see yourself as a different person, hopefully in a good way, then you know that you have shifted reality. But if you see yourself more let's say negative, doubting and all this stuff, then you probably shifted into a more negative reality. So yeah, you can tell by just analyzing how you were. So my third cool vision that I saw happened actually in Tofino. I don't know if you guys checked out my Tofino video, but we meditated in the morning almost every day. And this actually happened, I think, on the third morning, so on the last day that we were there. I saw this vision of how the best way I can compare life is a video game. So I saw that if life is like a video game and people are going through the stages, what a lot of people see is that life is very two-dimensional. So they'll go through the video game, and if there's an obstacle there, they'll try to, I guess, fight that obstacle to get past it and continue onto the stage so that they can complete the stage. But then for me, because of this other energy thing that I have, I saw that I actually see life in a three-dimensional aspect. So if there was an obstacle right in front of me, I just go, a little forward and pass the obstacle. Whereas a lot of people, they'll only see two-dimensional And with this obstacle, it actually is really frustrating. They don't realize that life can be played three-dimensionally. So they'll look at the obstacle and be like, oh my gosh, I can't complete it. And they get really upset and angry. And then I'll watch some of my friends along the sidelines and be like, hey, you know, just go past it. Like, it's easy, which is also my attitude personality, which is not always really useful for people. But I'll be like, hey, just go around it. Like, it's easy. But they'll say back at me, they'll be like, no, I can't see past this problem, and they can't see that they can go around it, and it's really frustrating. And I saw that no matter how much I told them, it didn't work. No amount of screaming, yelling, even giving them secret codes, nothing will work, and it's up to them to overcome it themselves. And it showed me that the best way I can help the people around me to overcome this obstacle is by giving them love, because through love I could give them the confidence and strength to explore other avenues to get around the obstacle. And it wasn't me doing it for them, it wasn't me yelling at them, and love was the guiding light to have them overcome their obstacles. Yeah, that was a crazy one, and I was really shocked to see that, and it definitely gave me a lot more compassion. And it's not that like they couldn't go sideways or walk on the walls. People are so bound to earth and earth's energy level. It was really hard to see past that. And in order for them to see past it, they would actually have to raise their vibrational energy to overcome it. And with love, that's how you get it. Again, my law of attraction video, check it out. But yeah, that was a really, really good lesson for me to learn and see. Because, you know, I try not to be that person in my friends and family's life, always telling them like how to do things easier. But, you know, people will do what they want to do, and I have to respect it and love them unconditionally for whatever path they choose. And the crazy part is that if life was like a video game, the obstacles that were in place were set in place by them. Before they were born, they chose all the obstacles to help them learn and grow. And it wouldn't be right or fair of me to remove that obstacle for them, because then they wouldn't have learned. And in the next life, they would have to redo it again. And that wouldn't be very good. So I had to learn to be more patient and to be more loving and understand that, you know, some people do choose this, and that having that obstacle there actually helps them learn to get more energy and learn to do whatever it is they want to accomplish in this life. These visions really made a big difference in my life. It made me have a totally different outlook on me, my reality, why things are the way they are. It also gives me a lot more like courage as well, knowing how things work. And it's worked for me. I hope that this will work for you as well. And just use it for your best possible life. Anyways, thank you so much guys for watching my video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys have any visions that you saw when you were meditating about life, love, business, stuff like that, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. I think this stuff is just so fascinating, and I feel like we don't share or talk about it enough. So this is why I wanted to make this video to share with everybody. Kind of puts myself out there. I'm a little weird, but you know what? It was significant in my life, and I hope it makes a big difference in your life. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Bye.